Hey, Jake, one thing I really wanted to ask you, you put out your Wims winner for anybody that missed it, 10 for 10. Jake loves sharing the Back to the Future almanac there, and he gives out his picks.
Yes.
But three picks stood out to me here, all SEC related. Missouri, their over-unders at 7. You like the under. Why do you like Missouri in the under?
I look at their schedule and a game with Boston College, and you look at some of the matchups in the SEC, having to play road game, I believe, at Kentucky. I just think it's going to be really hard. And remember, when you project win totals, that those hook games a lot of times 6.5, 5.5, 7.5. Those that Vegas throws that hook in there, it gets really tricky. I think that when you look at Missouri, although they've got a nice quarterback coming back, I think Drinkwitz is a nice coach. I just feel like they're more in line with a 6-win team, maybe even a 5-win team this year, because there's several one-possession ball games on their schedule. They would have to win just about every one of them, and it's about 4 of them on that schedule when you're talking about games that are toss-up games. I feel like that's too much for Missouri to overcome on that win total.
Now, LSU, you got one of your picks is over. Their win total 8.5. How in the world does a team this loaded have a 8.5 win total?
I think there's still, even at Vegas, in Vegas, I think there's a lot of people that still doubt Ed Orgeron. And oddly, a guy that has won a national championship, and we know his record at LSU is extremely good. And I still think people doubt Ed Orgeron. And I think this is a year where, again, we know, Michael, you know what they've got coming back. Believe you picked them to win the West on my show.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a really nice quarterback combination there with Max Johnson and Miles Brennan. Whoever wins that battle, they're loaded in the skill set position offensively, defensively. They're going to be really good. So I just still think there's people out there that doubt Ed Orgeron and doubt his ability to identify coaches that can coach with him. But I really like this team, and to me, that's a slam dunk going. And if they can stay healthy, I think LSU slam dunks 8.5 on the Vegas total.
Mm-hmm. Last one here, Georgia, 10.5. That's a high number. You like the over, so do I. Why do you like the Bulldogs? And is this the year they finally, if they do face Alabama in that title game, is this the year they finally slay that demon?
I think that it is that year. You look at Georgia, Kirby Smart finally got a quarterback, JT Daniels is a high-level player. You've got a tight end transfer in from LSU that should be eligible. That's going to be, pound for pound, an extremely hard matchup each and every week. Offensive front's going to be really good. This team is loaded. We know that. It's just the schedule sets up well. They're an underdog against Clemson week 1. I feel like the wrong team's favored in that game. Personally, if I was playing that game, I would even bet money line Georgia wins outright or take the points. So the schedule sets up after that to really have a big year. I like this team. I think Kirby Smart has learned from a lot of lessons over the years. We'll see if that does transpire. I've got Georgia winning the SEC. I've got them playing Oklahoma for the national championship this year. I like Georgia over 10.5.